Okay, y'all. It's day 3. I literally have 1 hour left of my water fast. Day 3 of my water fast. I have 1 hour left. And it's so funny because if you look back at my first video, first of all, I'm in so much pain, but I was reminiscing on how the last time I did a water fast, by day 3, I was glowing. I was beaming. I remember my friend, like, you're on fumes, right? Like, you are out of gas, you're completely empty, and that's why you get so filled with the Spirit, right? Like, I love this song. I think it's by Red Rocks. It's called Leaving Empty. I'm leaving empty. And so many songs about that. Almost like yourself being the alabaster jar that you break and you just pour out completely before the Lord. And all these things I've been reading lately of, you know, his power is made perfect in my weakness, and remembering the Sermon on the Mount where he's like, blessed are the poor and like the lowly in spirit. And when you think about it, you think, why are those people blessed? Because it's like they have room for God. They have more room. So the more room you make, the more of him you can be filled with, right? It's like a capacity thing. So anyway, that I have nothing left, and it's where you feel him and you feel so dependent on him to get through anything. But it's just so cool because your flesh is like completely defeated. Like, you have defeated your flesh. But anyway, like I said, in that first video, I was talking about how day 3 I was glowing, and I'm giving you guys an update every day. But look at me on day 3. First of all, I sound like I've had caffeine or something, and I've had nothing. I'm literally like, I'm just a spiritual being right now. I'm not here. I have no flesh. My flesh is dead at this point. But then when you get to the last hour too, it's almost like a countdown. I feel like it's like you make yourself have this miniature countdown where I'm like, okay, 45 minutes left, 30 minutes left, right? And, you know, then the thing that you want to have on the other side. And I will say this, I always get really excited to like have something again on the other side, but it's never as satisfying as I think it's going to be, right? Like, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to have a cookie, or I can't wait to just have a sandwich, like whatever. And then you eat it, and it just shows you the true emptiness of all things in the physical, because even though we anticipate and we have the things in our mind, and the way that we do it with sin is like, it takes a lot longer to play out, right? It's more like a bait and switch. Like, you keep thinking if you dig deeper, it'll turn around, and it doesn't, but it's way more masqueraded. Like, it's way more hidden. With this, you get so sensitive and so prepared that it's like, as soon as I take a bite of food, it's gonna, I mean, yes, it's gonna feel good to my taste buds and like my belly, I guess, a little bit because it's fuel, but like, you just realize it's physical. Like, it really isn't that great. And all the things in my head that I'm like excited about to eat, it's like, it just goes right back to normal. All of a sudden you're waking up again and you're having your coffee and you're having breakfast and you're back to normal, and it loses its meaning. Just like every shiny object we could ever buy, right? You buy a new toy. We see this with kids. You buy a new toy, they play with it for a week, and then they need another new toy. And it's just like boom, boom, boom. This is the hedonic treadmill that we're on. More, more, more. If I just get the next job, if I just get promoted, and if I just get more salary, and if I just buy the home, and if I just get in a relationship, and if I just have kids, it's never going to be enough. And again, this is what fasting does. It gives you all these revelations where you're just like on fire. And again, like, I almost wish I could be like this all the time. Like, it makes me just be like, I wish I could just be this empty and somehow still survive. But that's why periodic fasting is a good thing. And I am building some guides to help you all with fasting, like a Daniel's fast where there's a recipe book and a devotional tied to it and all these things. And I'm probably going to start calling fasts and help you through it, right? I'll send you texts or send you push notifications to encourage you through it. Because every time I've ever led people into a fast, it's like, it's sad to say, but they fail. Like, I've had people where we're doing a fast, and even if it's like a dating fast and they just can't, as soon as a guy gives them attention, they want to get his number, they want to go hang out with him. Or something like, we've done a Daniel's fast and they're like, well, you know, halfway through, it's like, well, I have a wedding to go to, so I'm just going to like put it on pause. And it's like, that's not how it works. That's literally not how it works. You either have to start over after it, or, you know, just know that you broke it. And I just think about in Ecclesiastes when he says, like, it is better to not make a vow to God than to make one and break it. Like, it's better to just not. If you aren't going to commit, if you can't do something for 3 weeks, I was telling my friend this the other day, like, I was like, you can do anything for 3 weeks. Like, you can give up cheese for 3 weeks. You're okay. You can give up soda for 3 weeks. Like, you're not going to die. But it just shows the, almost like, I guess entitlement's not the word, but it just shows this like immaturity, honestly, of just like, but I don't want to, but I can't, but it's hard. And it's like, yeah, okay, hunger pains, like, get over it. Like, they're normal. You'll be okay. We need a healthier relationship with food, with our body, with everything. Diet now that I've done the Daniel's fast so much, that's actually normally what I eat. And so that's why this time I had to do a water fast. Was I originally have been doing a Daniel's fast through December, and it's like not enough. It just doesn't push me hard enough. I can do a Daniel fast easy now because after doing that and breaking off the majority of the processed foods that I normally eat and starting to have recipes in my routine of healthy, fresh food, the Daniel fast is just too easy for me now. And so I kind of felt like guilty where I was like, Lord, like I know you called me to fast, and I picked like the easy one, and I feel like I'm kind of not, it just doesn't feel as like it's like I'm offering myself as much. And so the water fast is legit. And it's so crazy when you just realize you can do it. Like I'm on day 3 and I'm walking around and I'm like, it is crazy that I have not put a piece of food in my body or a calorie, right? Just water. I haven't put a calorie in my body for 3 days and I'm okay. And so I hope this encourages you, like, look at me. But so anyway, like I said, we're at the final countdown too. I'm at the final hour, and it's so worth it too, because everything you hope happens in a fast. You want to hear from the Lord. You need him to guide you. You need breakthrough. I have been hesitating to do certain things, and I was able to do them. Like he gave me the strength and courage. Also because I have nothing else to do. Like I can't go to the gym because I'll pass out. If you saw my video yesterday, like I'm so grateful that I couldn't make it to the class, because I don't think that would have gone well, because my metabolism would have kicked up and all the things. But I can't like snack and distract myself, and so there's just no thinking about food. There's no cooking food, preparing food, no grocery shopping, like none of that's happening. So I just have so much time, and so I have no excuse to not do the things that I know I need to do. And so it's like obedience, but you get to where you're like, okay, God, let's go. Like you're on my team. Like I feel you. I'm ready. I'm not alone. Like I've something about being in the flesh and in disobedience and kind of like blocking God out. You do kind of feel alone. That's why I think about it. God is with us all the time. So why do we ever feel alone? It's not that he has left. It's that we've created this distance in our mind. It says this in Romans, right? The alienation in our mind. And I think about how two people can be sitting in a room together, but they're worlds apart, right? There's a distance. It's like we create this distance from God by us pushing him away, but he's right there. So anyway, it just becomes so evident and apparent that you're like, God, you're right here. You're available. You can fill me up. And so I did everything that I needed to do and that I was scared to do. And I think I said this yesterday in the video, but it's like, I had been needing to launch my business, and I am in marketing. I have worked for the biggest ad agencies like iHeartMedia and Salem Media, and I've worked in investor relations, like multi-million-dollar campaigns. Like that's what I do. And I've just been so like fickle with myself and not being able to make decisions and overthinking everything and putting too much on my plate so it's not attainable. And just because I had to, that's why I knew I had this deadline and this fast was the perfect time. And that's why when you get called to fast, just go, just trust it. You don't even know what's ahead of you that this is the perfect timing for. Like the seeds you're sowing, the preparation, you might not even know what is coming next, and you'll look back and realize this was necessary for it. But I was able to, I don't even know how it all happened. That's what's so crazy. And I just praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Like he's so good. I couldn't have done it without him. I was trying. I've been trying for months, and I've been thinking by myself, like, I'm good at this. I know what I'm doing. Like I can do it. And then it finally took the fast for it to be like, build the landing page, create the form, have the download, have the follow-up email, build the ads, get the YouTube page up, get the Facebook group started, build the app, like all the things. I was just like boom, 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 boom. And it's just so cool because now I'm sitting on the first day of the year and just like I did it. Like I did it with him, but I did it because I was so afraid I was going to be sitting here and just beating myself up and being like, I didn't do it. I couldn't do it. Like when push came to shove, when it was time to run the race, I couldn't show up. Like I called in sick or I just bailed. But I know it's not in me to bail. And it's like, so just being with the Lord and being like, I can't bail on you. I won't bail on you. Like you've called me to this and there are no excuses. And like, what am I fearing? What am I like running from? Like, what am I afraid is going to happen? You know? And then it was just, and again, I just think about execution. And it's like, once the ball gets rolling, right, then you're like, oh my gosh, I can't stop. And so all these things, but I did it. It started. So also with that being said, I'm going to be posting the Bible study videos on here as well, but the full episodes will be on YouTube and podcasts so that you can listen on the go, because I want to encourage you to be in the Word every day. I know some people learn by reading. Like, I'm not even a reader, but I love the Word. It's insane how it's like the words pop off the page and my gears get turning, and it's like the coolest thing ever. But I know a lot of people learn visually or audibly, and so I have those resources. Like I said, I also have a group so we can talk, and there's like free downloads and resources and challenges. Like, I'm trying to build all the things, right? But I've gotten it started. So I would love to see you guys on the other side. I'll put links in my bio. And I just love you, and I hope you fast, and stay tuned because I might call you to a fast and I might have a guide for you to help you through it. I'll see you. Happy New Year.